folks. All right, meantime, Vice President J.D. Vance delivering the keynote address at the Bitcoin 2025 conference earlier today. This, my friends, the first time a sitting vice president has addressed the industry directly. And he reiterated the Trump administration's support of cryptocurrencies, saying they have a champion in the White House. MacKenzie Sigalos is at Bitcoin 2025 in Vegas. Some of the headlines, I know you've also got a big panel coming up, or you did one already. This is like the place to be in crypto.
It certainly is, Brian, and you said it. Vice President J.D. Vance on stage today, and he didn't unveil any new policy from the main stage here at Bitcoin 2025, but his appearance alone was historic. He became the first sitting U.S. vice president to address the global Bitcoin community, doubling down on the Trump administration's promise to make America the world's crypto superpower.
We fired Gary Gensler, and we're going to fire everybody like him. Under the pretense of consumer protection, they attacked every single effort to democratize our financial markets, and that is over. America.
And that fiery rhetoric came as the Labor Department rolled back Biden-era guidance that discouraged crypto and retirement plans, part of a sweeping regulatory reversal now underway across multiple federal agencies. And it's not just Bitcoin. The administration is pushing stablecoins as a pillar of U.S. economic strategy.
Let me be emphatic on one other point. In this administration, we do not think that stablecoins threaten the integrity of the United States dollar. Quite the opposite. In fact, we view them as a force multiplier of our economic might.
Meanwhile, private players are rushing in. GameStop disclosed a $500 million Bitcoin position today, and Trump Media is building a $2.5 billion Bitcoin treasury of its own, though both have seen their stock drop since announcing the investment. Guys?
And MacKenzie, he also seemed to hint or say outright that those who are unfriendly to crypto would lose their jobs like Gary Gensler did.
Yeah, that was one of the bold promises that was made. And I will say this, 100 days in, Trump has delivered on every single promise that he made in July of last year when this event was held in Nashville. Chief among them, perhaps, CEO announcing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And I sat down with Bo Hines, who's heading up the president's Digital Asset Council, and he said, hey, look at the fine print of that EO. It says that Treasury and Commerce are tasked with looking at budget-neutral ways to establish a Bitcoin acquisition strategy. So that's something that isn't forgotten. And I think that that's where a lot of the sentiment is right now, because the crypto industry spent big last year. Nearly half of all corporate donations came from the crypto industry. They outraised the banks and big oil, and now they want to see some progress. So yes, first 100 days, we saw the promises made last summer delivered, but what's next is what's a Bitcoin acquisition strategy going to look like? Are we going to see more rollbacks of guidance from the SEC, for example, to open up tokenization of public equities?